Hey everybody. So as you can see, the young man here, they said he was a what? Sugar daddy. However, the police, I guess they're not quite buying it. How many ladies have you heard of a sugar daddy where you got to cut off his thumb? So here we have two women. I believe this one is Miss Tiffany Gray, and here's the other one, Audrey Miller, who reportedly, I think they allegedly cut off the dead man's thumb to do what? Access that cash app. Unbelievable.
Women who investigators say gained access to a dead man's cash app by cutting off his finger. Investigators tell us Audrey Miller and Tiffany Taylor Gray viciously attacked the man inside his Northwest DC apartment back in April, then cut off the man's thumb, stole his phone, and cleaned up the crime scene. News 4's Paul Wagner walks us through this disturbing case.
Now, it was reported that what led to it is that the man had previously reported that they'd stolen his phone before. The phone was stolen, and I believe $1,800 was taken from his cash app. They're showing one of them going inside the building with the man. Now, one of them, they said, hey, she's like, hey, he's my sugar daddy. They're talking about the thumb. I'm wondering, besides the thumb, hello, is that how he died? They allegedly cut the thumb off a dead man's body to get the cash out. Then they were reportedly also seen in and out the place. And at first it hit my mind, why were they in and out the place? They were probably, or I don't know, maybe shopping, shopping inside the man's house. You see he's dead. You're in and out. Last, if you listen to part A, did you not hear them say they still have not recovered that thumb? I'm thinking to myself, I guess that thumb, are they holding it on ice to use it again? The thumb has not been recovered. But what does this tell you? It tells me the depravity of people. They probably got that $800 and thought they had hit a lick. Hey, let's do it again. But again, I want to find out, how did the man die? Did he die because they cut off the thumb and bled to death? Some other kind of means? I've never heard of anyone cutting off the thumb of a dead person to access that cash app. But hey, unfortunately, this is where we are. This is where we are. The depravity, at this point in time, listen, nothing should be surprising. Next thing you know, listen, it would not surprise me again. I'm kind of wondering, I thought about it. So they haven't found the thumb. They're in and out. I guess they're trying to clean up the mess. They haven't found a thumb. It really, not trying to be facetious, it led me to believe, where the hell is the darn thumb? Are they keeping it on ice in a cooler? Is it at home in a refrigerator? Did you think, okay, girl, now look, we're going to need that thumb, girl. We're going to need that thumb when we go ahead and get the cash app again. It makes me wonder, are they keeping the thumb in the hopes of possibly trying to drain out the account and maybe do little by little, they probably don't know what the full amount is in his account. So maybe I'm thinking, is it possible the thought process could be they got to hold on to that precious thumb and maybe, 1,800 here, 1,000 here, until there's no more money left. Because see, if you do a big account, then that might kind of alert the bank. So that's something I would imagine that a thief wouldn't want. But again, they haven't found a thumb. I guess the thumb is somewhere being held in safekeeping. Nothing at this point should be surprising. Just when you think you have heard it all, you might want to think again. Just when you think you've heard it all, think again. It's always something crazy that's coming. All just to get somebody's money.
a 49-page affidavit filed in D.C. Superior Court, investigators laid out a gruesome and diabolical scheme. The woman on the left, listed as suspect number 1, police say, is 19-year-old Audrey Miller. The woman on the right, listed as suspect number 2, is 22-year-old Tiffany Taylor Gray. According to the court affidavit, Gray and the victim, Fazil Teklemariam, knew each other. The affidavit says one witness told police the 53-year-old was her sugar daddy. In these two photos, police say suspect...
Now, hold on. Doesn't a sugar daddy, like, oh, I don't know, voluntarily give money out to the ladies? I'm just saying. I could be wrong. But don't sugar daddies kind of like voluntarily give money? Haven't heard of one where you gotta cut the thumb off. Maybe that's a new thing in sugar daddy land. I don't know. So even that, who would even buy that story?
Number 1, Audrey Miller, and Teklemariam are seen together entering his apartment on April 1st. D.C. police believe Fazil Teklemariam had been dead inside his third-floor apartment here on Peabody Street Northwest for about 4 days before his body was discovered. According to a court affidavit filed in the case, he had suffered blunt force trauma to the head, he'd been stabbed, and his right thumb had been cut off.
So blunt force trauma to the head and stabbed. Who do you think did it? Blunt force trauma to the head and the man was stabbed and the thumb cut off. Who do you think did that? I would imagine the same one who cut the thumb off is probably the same one who did the blunt force trauma to the head and stabbed. Is that how you treat the sugar daddy? So it leads me to believe they just killed this man. Alleged, I have to say. It's possible they just killed this man to get the cash out. Kill him to get the cash out. Whether it's a sugar daddy or not, can't say. But my thing is, how did they get in and out? So at some point, I'm thinking there had to be some type of relationship amongst them.
A witness told police that the thumb was used to gain access to a cash app and to buy liquor and drugs. Included in the court affidavit, investigators attached numerous photos from surveillance cameras mounted outside 2 entrances to the building, as well as the foyer and the hallway leading to the victim's apartment. Police say 2 men, one they have identified but not charged, were seen with the 2 women coming and going from the building over several days. Investigators say the suspects used the victim's key fob to get into the building and were seen carrying items out of the apartment.
So I guess they were just shopping in this place. So between these 2 ladies and the 2 men might be the one that did the blunt force trauma to the head and the stabbing. But it has to be one of these 4. It's got to be these 4 people, someone in this little group, because nobody's going to kill him and then, hey, well, he's in our day. Let's go ahead and cut the thumb off. So I'm kind of wondering now if the 2 men are the ones that may have killed the man and think, cut the thumb off, the savagery. And all for what? For drugs and liquor. In and out the apartment like they're going to the grocery store. They're at the shopping mall and the crime scene. At the combination shopping mall, robbery, theft, crime scene to get this man's money. And again, the thumb has not been found. It makes me wonder, it sounds crazy. Are they dumb enough to think we got to keep this thumb on ice because this might be their little hookup? It is unbelievable at this point. Unbelievable. Just like Dustina's being drama, heartache, and trauma, they are a lot younger than this man. Again, they're saying sugar daddy. The police not quite believing it. It makes me kind of wonder if at some point he may have entertained him in some kind of manner and they saw him as an easy lick. It has happened before. I told before about a man that was married, had a young chick on the side. She had a boyfriend. Told him, oh, I'm going to work some overtime. Going in early. The next thing you know, he's on the news. Why? Because he wasn't going for overtime. He had a side chick in her 20s. He popped up over there, I guess thinking, oh, hey, he got it like that. And her real boyfriend was over there. And they got into it. And her boyfriend shot the married man, the one she using as a little lick, I would imagine. Shot and killed him. They got into it in a breezeway. And what do you think happened? That man was left in the breezeway. The neighbors called the police, and she and the boyfriend went inside the apartment. They said more than one neighbor called the police, but guess what? The man going to see his girlfriend, she didn't call the police. He died. So she didn't care if he died, but she and her boyfriend went inside the apartment and locked the door. Didn't come out. They tracked several phone calls, 911, neighbors looking out. There he was in the breezeway. But they said they tracked the calls, but guess what? Not one call came from her apartment. So this here, relationship or tricking, whatever it is, it's gone wrong. But the depravity to cut off the man's thumb, drugs and drinking. Unbelievable. Dustiners are just like their men. They being drama, heartache, and trauma, death. The financial implications is too many for the nation. So now, the sad thing is, I hope this doesn't get out where it gets to a point this becomes a common thing. Oh, I saw that video on the news. Oh yeah, girl, Becky, I cut his thumb off, get the Cash App. I hope they don't start robbing, killing people. Then you look up, a whole bunch of thumbs start missing. The depravity of people. Anyway, let me know what you think. This is just shocking. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.